Dude, you talk to me.
So
Talk
for
to
those
me.
of you who don't know, Pandemic is a Hurricanes fan, so he
Through
is
and through.
super excited. And hey, man, good luck. I think it's going to be tough sledding on Monday, man. But
Hey,
hey, I
Indiana's
don't,
a tough team. They are a beast. So
hey,
it's going to be a good one, I hope.
I don't have a dog in the fight, man. So hey, man, I hope you guys go on and take it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Oh,
luck.
yeah.
Oh yeah, what I tell you about the last game? I told you that. I told you that was gonna be. I told you Miami was gonna beat them.
You did tell
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You did tell me that.
Good
You did
luck to
tell me
you,
that.
pandemic.
Hey,
Definitely. So,
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Pandemic, give us
I
your
Yeah.
just want to
thoughts
know good
on
luck.
Kevin Stefanski, him being hired, the whole situation. Just give us your thoughts on that.
I tell you, I wasn't too keen on Stefanski, right? But I think I'm more concerned about who the play call is going to be. Of course, he probably bring his guy with him, right? But it's going to be how he continues to develop this team, right? Because I mean, we have a very young team. We still have a lot of holes to fill now, especially on offense now. Now the two spot wide receiver spot there still needs to be addressed. The third wide receiver spot, obviously the trench. We still need some. We got some issues there. Nobody's getting younger. You know, we still got to bring in some guys that can step in when our older guys can't go do it anymore. Um, we got to start developing guys for that offensive line. Because like Matthews, he's still doing his job, but you're starting to see more and more penalties now from him. You're starting to see, well, he hadn't been injured, but at the same time, he did get injured. We were a little bit concerned for those couple of games that he missed, but we don't want to be reactive. We want to go ahead and be proactive and go ahead and start developing guys to take these young guys spot, the older guys spot. My main concern is, and I don't think it'll be a problem, is retaining Algier, right? And I don't think it'll be a problem. I think we're having enough money to keep him. I don't think he'll ask for too much where we won't be able to match what he's asking for. I don't think he's going to go in and ask for no $10 million. I just don't think so. I mean, in true, he'll be able to go in and get starter money someplace else, but he also has to be realistic about it too. Nobody's going to come in and give him because I think he's only making like 1.8 million. I think it is. They're going to come in and give him an 8 million, $10 million jump in contract money, right? So, and he did say he want to stay in Atlanta, so that's a positive. So, and Kyle Pitts, man, I franchise tag him and then trade him. I don't think we want to pay him no more than the $10 million. You know what I mean? That 14 and 15, $20 million out that ball game. That's Travis Kelce money. Travis Kelce don't make 20 million, and he's arguably one of the best in the league. So we got some issues we got to address. Whoever the GM is going to be, I think hopefully it'll be Ian Cunningham. If y'all haven't heard anything yet, I hadn't heard anything, but this is one of the areas where Terry Fontenot was very good at what he do. Right, so finding good players for the money, and hopefully we keep developing that. That's going to be one of the things that keep us in contention in the NFC South. And truth be told, it would not look this way next season. I think this NFC South is going to be a lot closer than what it looked like this year.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Those are some interesting points. Who would you like to see? Well, obviously Kevin Stefanski is going to call plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is keeping Ulbricht. The one thing this gives us is he is an experienced play caller. He has won Coach of the Year twice.
Yeah.
So he has had some success.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a structure guy. I do think that this team did need some discipline. To quote the great Jack Spade, I think it was too much buddy going on. So I think they did address that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question because one of our guests and Coach, I just want to let you know something, man. I'm looking forward to doing more shows with you. You out there, Coach?
Of course, man.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna because Coach raised a question, and although I don't agree with him, I do see his point. I don't agree with him. I do see his point. but Coach said he would not keep Ulbrich. Now, before everybody jumps out of their seats, because I know we did get 58 sacks, but to be fair, we were 20th in total defense.
I'm standing up already.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
Just kidding.
So I'm gonna now again. I'm fine with Ulbrich because I legitimately think that a part of the reason that we were 20th is because we kept them on the damn field way too long. But to his point, there were times we couldn't stop the run. And obviously you could argue personnel. But let me ask you this question. If you were going to replace Ulbrich, and I'm going to ask you, Pandemic, who would you replace him with? If Ulbrich's like, you know what?
Does he want to replace him though? Like,
I don't want to replace him.
No,
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
I'm not replacing. I'm not replacing. But to Coach's point, right? If we are looking at the drama side of this, Jeff Ulbrich is a former head coach.
Right.
Now we don't know.
Right.
Was he even interviewed for the process? And he could be feeling some kind of way, right? So I don't know, not unless there's some type of
he said previously already he has no interest in being a head coach again. So they probably didn't even ask him.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I'm not trading him. Not trading him, not getting rid of him, not replacing him, he's done his job. I mean, there's nothing I can look at what he's done on the field as a coach and to say, given the resources that he has, because four rookies starting, we still didn't address the CB2 spot, and we still look good. So top 5 in the league as far as defense, total defense. You can't ask for it better.
I think it was top 20 defense. I think we were top 20. I think we were 20th in total defense. I think
20th.
Yes,
yeah, something like that.
But early on in the season, we were what? We were number 1 passing defense. We were top 5 overall. I think it went down when we lost Diablo.
You got to add context behind them stats. The offense keeps going back off the field so fast that you keeping your defense on there. You're gonna get up in the 20s. You should have been dead last with what the offense was doing.
Yeah, and that is a fair statement, sir. I do not
realistically, we only got really, if you really look at it, 2 real spot issues on the team, right? CB2 and then that middle, that nose tackle spot. We got to feel it.
Ellis is a free agent, so
we got to feel it. We got to give some type of attention to it. Otherwise, teams going to continue to find ways to run, and they will use that. But and behind, as far as Jesse Bates concerned, I will give him one more season. People are already saying that we should be already looking, right? But I will give him one more season just to see what Billy Bowman, how he continues to progress, because he is injured. So we want to see what he continues to look like. Then these sophomore blues are for real. So we got to see what these young guys are able to still continue to do even to this season.
Yeah. Plus, I think keeping Ulbrich would continue continuity. You know him. You spent 1 year under him. You should grow. But again, just for the sake of asking the question, if we were going to replace Ulbrich, and I'm just going to throw it out to anybody because I know Kerry's not replacing him. I know Pandemic is not replacing him. So anybody out there bold enough to do it, if we were going to replace him, who would we replace him with?
So I'll answer that, being that I'm the one that thinks. So first, let me say this. I get y'all are happy about the sacks and all of that, but that, in my opinion, had less to do with the defensive coordinator and more to do with the people we drafted in the draft. Those are those guys. I believe that regardless who was the DC, those guys were going to eat, and they did eat. again, my issues are a little bit more advanced than just looking at them on the field. I look at the schemes. I look at the amount of times that when we're doing a blitz of some form, whether it's just straight up man blitz or a zone blitz, we're pretty much unstoppable on defense. Then we get a lead, or you know, come fourth quarter, when it's time to put the foot on the gas, your defensive coordinator stops doing those things and goes into zones and mans, and we just start getting whooped up on. To me, as a defensive guy, that are things that are egregious to me that I just don't normally see good defensive coordinators do. But to answer your question, I mean, Brian Flores is available, Steve Spagnuolo available, Jim Schwartz, who is with uh, uh, Stefanski at Cleveland. You could get him. Now that Denver's gone, no, Denver's still going, so you can't get Vance Joseph.
Right.
And then
question though, some of the names you're naming are already defensive coordinators. What would entice them to come for a lateral move? Like, I would love to have Brian Flores as my DC, but he's getting head coaching looks right now. Why would he come to Atlanta for a
so
lateral
so
move?
so Brian Flores is the only one who will be a lateral move. Jim Schwartz, I mean, he will be a lateral move, but he's effectively fired because his head coach got fired. So those guys will be easy to bring in because they're not guaranteed to be staying where they are right now. So
I'm sorry, I heard you say Vance Joseph too. I think he's still employed.
say that again. Yeah, Vance Joseph is with Denver, right? Yeah, but
Right, so
Denver,
that'd be lateral as well.
right? But if I was able to finish, I wouldn't even ask him because they're still in the playoffs. So that would be out the window anyway. Uh, but that name just popped into my head. So the one that I would ask would be like I said, Jim Schwartz. I mean, he's already had stability with Stefanski in Cleveland. Now again, I'm cool if they don't replace him, but if I was the coach, I would, me personally, after seeing what I've seen this past year. It's just I'm hard when it comes to defense. And Larry will tell you, the slightest things will annoy me when it comes to defense, and I've been annoyed all year with our defense.
That's fair.
Those were some good sorry, go ahead. Go too. Sorry about that.
Fine. Those were good suggestions. Those were very good suggestions. So, guys, want to shift gears a little bit. And Pandemic, sorry to cut you off, but
No, you good.
And actually, Pandemic, we can start with you. We got to address the elephant in the room. And one more thing, to Coach's point, 680 The Fan, Brian Finneran was basically saying the same thing, that the defense was lipstick on a pig. Now, I don't know that I necessarily agree with him, but his point was we get gashed during the run game. Yeah, we broke the record for sacks, but we're still 20th in the league, and there's still some issues going on. So my point is, it's not just Coach that felt that way. Agree with them or not, it's not. There are some other folks who do agree with you, Coach. Now, with that being said, guys, we got to address the elephant in the room, the quarterback situation. If Penix is not back next year, if he's not back at the beginning of the year, now, to be fair, he could be, but to the extent that he misses 3, 4, 8 games, and you
don't like this.
What?
Who counts like that? 3, 4, 8.
Making a point. I'm just making a point. Jesus. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, Eric. What are we? Yeah, he's just being an annoying little brother, because that's and you know what? To be fair, I irritate him. I do. I do things to just get under his skin because I love him, and that's what brothers do. We mess with each other. We do this all the time. So
sure.
those of you who watch us, we get along very well. He's my brother. I love him, but it is my mission in life to agitate him. So he's just paying me back, and that's fine. I still hate Auburn, and they still suck. So anyway, that wasn't fair. I know Georgia's watching the championship, Eric, before you say it. But
What
guys,
happened with what's the score with the Hawks game tonight?
man, shut up. Anyway, nobody cares.
Please don't talk about that.
I'm not. He's pouring salt in the wound right now. But guys, seriously, what are we gonna do about this?
Did Bronny play?
Thank you.
Bronny's team has 17 championships. He ain't gotta play. He can admire.
So before we descend
Didn't play the Lakers
checking, Jack, give me your thoughts on our quarterback situation and what we can do to navigate if Penix is not available at the beginning of the season. Just give me your thoughts on that. And I'm going to ask that to the panel. So let's go Jack, and then let's go Larry next, because I think Larry had something he wanted to say.
Can you go to Larry first? I'm in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left to go. We're tied up, so I'm trying to.
You playing D?
Go to Larry. Go to Larry real quick.
Come on, Larry. Let's go.
Larry, quarterback situation. Again, Larry, you're putting your GM hat on.
I got it on right now. My hood.
You got your hoodie, like you're about to, like you're about to wreck shop. So, give us some justice, Larry. What are we doing? What are we doing with the quarterback situation?
Quarterback situation right now. Well, if I have my coach that I have now, they are going to explore keeping Kurt, even if they put us in salary cap hell. I want you guys to understand that. That will be a conversation, especially since we don't have a GM right now. That decision could be made before we get a GM, which would be mind-boggling. But that's Kevin's old quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And we just made this deal before we got Kevin, with rearranging his contract. We keep Kirk Cousins, he get what, $67 million guaranteed?
Yes. Yes, he would.
I could see a world where they say, guess what? We, just like they said with Michael Penix when Kirk Cousins was here, that money was already allocated for a top premier quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a world where that happens. Do I want that to happen? No. So I feel like we need that money to round out our roster. But, buddy.
Yeah.
Y'all need a buddy sounder for real. That
buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
I can see a world where that happens. With me, I would probably call San Francisco about why am I dropping this name right
Mac
now?
Jones?
Yeah, Mac Jones.
Jones.
I would that. I'm getting some Baker Mayfield redemption type of vibes for him. If we aren't really sure on what direction you're going to go with Michael Penix, if it's going to take him half the season to come back, then you can go into a situation that, hey, we need this guy. I don't know how much they probably value him a lot since Purdy is injury prone. But I mean, you would have to think about it if you feel like, hey, we're trying to win next year. We don't know when our quarterback is coming back, our starting quarterback. Now, Arthur Blank did say that he views Michael as the franchise quarterback. So that's good news. But again,
you said that about Ritter as well. Just saying. I love this man.
I was about to say.
I love this.
That was the path I was going down. That was a gingerbread. So again, we've seen it before, and we've seen it go left. So
I love Raheem Morris.
No, I personally would be out there trying to get Mac Jones personally.
Okay.
But how much it's going to cost, we probably couldn't get him. Probably Jacoby Brissett or somebody like that. Just, realistically, that's probably what we'll be looking at. Someone of that ilk. Also, I want to ask your brother Eric a question.
Brother Eric?
What you know about Street Fighter? I heard you brought it up.
What I know about what?
Street Fighter. You brought it up.
Oh. I don't play video games no more, but I used to assassinate people with Street Fighter. I was the king of Street Fighter around these parts. But yeah, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
I think he kicked my ass in that too. I think he did. Yeah, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Whatever, Eric. Nobody
cares. Okay.
I worked at Dave & Buster's for a long time, and I hate video games now.
Okay.
All right. So, Carrie, quarterback situation. What are we doing, Miss Carrie? What are we doing? 21 Carrie, you there?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Carrie. We hear you.
Okay. I mean, obviously Penix is coming off a major injury. He's not going to be ready week 1. So, like I said, after I meet with my head coach, I get my staff underway. We're going to lock into the roster, and that's one of the big things you got to figure out. Like, hey, who is that guy we're going to bring in? So, to Larry's point, they're definitely going to assess bringing Kirk back. Unfortunately, I think it would be a mistake. I think you look at Kirk's stats last season, outside of playing Tampa Bay twice a year, he looked like a shell of himself these last 2 seasons with the Atlanta Falcons. You could pay a bridge guy, you could pay a guy to give you the same exact production that you're getting out of Kirk Cousins at a way less price. So for me, like, to Larry's point, that they're definitely going to consider that as an option. I felt that with that restructure that just happened, that was the writing on the wall. Kirk is out of here because March 13, league new year, 67 million becomes guaranteed to Kirk in 2027. That's actually insane. Like, we are not paying Kirk Cousins 20. We're not paying him $70 million after he already robbed us of 100 million. So for me, the only way he stays is if they restructure his contract again. And he agrees to a very friendly deal. But it's definitely on the table now because Stefanski has the previous relationship with him. So I'm not ruling it out, but I do think you can get the same production from, somebody who's a backup somewhere than what you're getting from Kirk Cousins. Not just my opinion, but honestly, I would love Mac Jones. I feel like, you know what his floor is. He doesn't have like the highest ceiling, but you know what his floor is. He's still young, but like Larry's point, Brock Purdy's always hurt, and luckily for the 49ers, they've had a good enough backup, so he's been able to come in and fill that role for Brock Purdy when he's hurt. But I would like Jacoby Brissett as an option. I wouldn't even rule out Joe Flacco. He filled in for Joe Burrow last season. They have a terrible offensive line. Our offensive line is much better. And he was actually playing well despite, the offensive line being terrible. I think he started 6 games for Cincinnati last season. So I wouldn't rule that out as well. I mean, he has the relationship with Stefanski as well. So that I wouldn't rule out. And I'm trying to think. Malik Willis, I wouldn't rule him out either, although I feel like he might be pretty sought after. So that's just my 2 cents.
Okay. Cowboy.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Give me your thoughts, man. What we gonna do about this quarterback, bro? What we doing? What we doing,
this,
man?
This is gonna be tricky. It's gonna be real tricky.
Okay.
I like Brissett, but I don't think he's gonna be available. I like Tyrod Taylor, but I don't think he's gonna be available. I like Malik. Don't think he's gonna be available. But we will be riding with Kirk Cousins coming into the season. Their contract says he will be here. It's the following. It's 2027 season that's gonna probably make his exit. But as far as getting somebody else in here, man, I mean, it's a lot to choose from. But nobody is a window shiner. Nobody's like standing out that we can go out and say, oh, that's that guy. You know, if we have the pick from what's available, I don't see nobody that can come in and like really that just say Michael Penix gets us to somewhere around playoff contention, and something happens. I don't see nobody that's going to come in and be like, okay, he can carry the torch and finish the job. Unless it's Kirk Cousins. I mean, I really don't see it. There's nobody here. I mean, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Garoppolo, Keenum. I mean, Trey Lance. I mean, none of these guys I can like be like I will be sold on. You know, if we pick any of those guys, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay. That's just me, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. Can't go get Russell Wilson.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he's not coming here anyway.
Yeah, Justin Fields don't want to be here, so I mean, there's no even keep bringing up his name.
Yeah.
So I mean, his family won't even let him come here, so I don't know why we keep bringing his name up. So
yeah. No, I agree. It's a dearth of talent out there at quarterback.
Yeah,
brother Eric, we need a quarterback, bro. What are we doing? Give us your thoughts.
I'm thinking it's a bridge, but I think we're forgetting the obvious choice. You need a mobile quarterback, somebody that can throw like 90 on the run.
Mr. Jack Spade?
I say
Spade?
Are you saying Mr. Jack Spade? Hold on one second. Hello, Mr. Jack Spade. This is Josh Williams, the new GM of the Atlanta Falcons. No. This is T. Will, the new assistant GM to Eric Parker of the Atlanta Falcons. And we need you to get off the couch, Jack, and come be our quarterback for a couple of games. Jack, can you do that for us? Hello, Jack. Are you there? Jack?
Kirk got 100 million. Yeah, at least gotta give me 150.
150 million?
Oh, hell no.
I do it for 150.
Hey,
call Jack back. Let him finish cutting the grass.
I'm retired. I gotta come out of retirement to do this. So I mean, I'm gonna need at least 150.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it, buddy. You're not gonna get it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Coach, we need you to save our lives, sir. We need a quarterback. What are you doing about it, GM coach? What are you doing?
This one is a hard one. I feel like I said before, the money wise, I feel like you gotta let Kirk Cousins go.
I agree. 67 million is a lot, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. But okay, so
is that the highest in the league?
Here's where
no way.
Yes, it is.
Here's where I'm conflicted though. But I guess this is why GMs make the big bucks.
Yes.
Because unlike most, I'll put everything in context. Has Kirk Cousins look worse here in Atlanta than he has anywhere else? The answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
But there's context to that. You can't just say he came here and he looks horrible. Well, he was the number one play action quarterback in the NFL. He comes to Atlanta and we run zero play action. I think we were like 31st or 32nd. We were almost dead last in play action both years he was here.
Yeah.
You got to put context to that too, though.
The context is our OCs were trash.
Nah, but did you see how he came out of play action? Like the difference.
I seen that throw to Mooney versus Saints.
No, I'm saying
I seen him.
the
I
difference
seen
in
him come
him
out. I
coming
seen
out
him
of
come
play
out.
action from the year before he came. Kurt used to like pop out of play action. Like he would hand the ball off and snap out of it. Kurt doesn't do that no more. When he like walks out of play action now.
Nah. I wouldn't. I can't agree with that at all. He looked very
I'll
well
show
doing
you
it. He
video
looked
evidence
very
when we
well
get off
doing
of
it
here.
this year. Very well doing it this year. But anyway, but back to what I was saying. I don't. So, um, damn, I lost my thought. Yeah. So him not actually doing his strength is something that I have to take into context. On top of, like y'all said, there's really nothing out there um, that could potentially give you what he's giving you right now. And then then I have to think about Penix. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm the GM, I'm already starting to look for move. I won't say move on, but Penix already needed a lot of work. Now with this injury, that you take a whole preseason, a whole off season away from him for he could be actually working on his game. I think this injury put Penix now 2 years behind. So now when you can really evaluate him, because you're not going to evaluate him this upcoming season because he's going to be coming off a major injury. So you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You're going to really evaluate him next year. That's year 4 of his rookie contract. And so you only really have a year to fully evaluate him. That makes everything extremely hard, especially for a new coach coming in. So if I'm the GM, I don't know. I'm getting rid of the Kirk money, but this is why I said earlier, I don't think he's going to be very successful year 1 because there are some issues in Atlanta, especially with the quarterback position. So hopefully the GM figures it out, but that's definitely not a position I want to be in. But I don't. Well, I just think you kind of got to move on from Michael Penix. That's me personally.
Yeah.
It's just it's going to take too long for him to really develop, and now you're going to have to pay him. By the time you can really ascertain where he is, it's time to pay him. And I don't know if I want to be dealing with that.
Well, two schools of thought, and you bring up an interesting point, and I was waiting for somebody to say this, but let's say you do renegotiate Kirk's deal. Well, then I don't think Penix starts, and number 2, he's basically spent all of it. You basically Aaron Rodgers him, where he's going to spend all of his rookie contract on the bench. So that is something to think about. Next year will be Penix's 4th year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if you, there's no way you can pay Kirk Cousins $67 million. So if you're going to even approach that, it would have to be with the idea of Kirk, we're gonna renegotiate this down the road, right? But the only problem with that is if you do that and you go into that next year, Kirk doesn't have to renegotiate anything.
Aaron
Right.
Rodgers also
Kirk
also
sit
did
there
it.
and be like, "Hey, give me my 67 million or else." So, and then even if you do that, to Coach's point, you're still in the 4th year of Penix's rookie contract, and are you guys going to pay Kirk 67 million and Penix start? Me neither. So it's a bit of a conundrum because to me, and I'm gonna say this, and then we'll let Mr. Jack Spade get to it because I'm sure he's finished his game by now. But to me, I feel like you almost have to go out and get Mac Jones. Because if Penix is going to be out for a significant, well, it depends. Now, if he's out for 2 or 3 games, that's one thing. But if he's going to be out for 8 or more, that's something altogether different. And if while you got these, you know what? Let me shut up. Carrie, I know you said you got to go soon, so let me stop talking. Carrie, tell these folks where they can find you, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, I just want to shout you out, T. Will. Thanks for having me. I want to shout out everybody on the panel. It was so awesome and such a great time to talk Falcons football with you all. Um, and let's just hope this season's gonna go better. Like I said earlier, Kevin Stefanski wasn't my first pick, but hey, I got what I asked for. I wanted a coach who was offensive minded, and he has experience as a head coach. So I'm just gonna roll with it and hope for the best and root for the Falcons as a diehard fan and hope for the best. So hope that this era is gonna be better than the last one because my goodness, what a failure the last 2 seasons were in my opinion. So my goodness, high expectations and completely failed with those. So but yeah, guys, thank you again so much, and I hope everybody has a good night.
You do the same. Tell them where they can find you, Carrie. The people want to know.
People want to know.
You can find me yelling at Jack to go ahead and get on Big Low Country Sports yard work and fixing the roof of his hunting camper. That's where you can find me.
That's tough, Carrie.
Good night, everyone.
Where do you live, though?
That's tough. That is tough. Well, hey, thanks, Carrie. All right, Jack Spade, the man, the myth, the legend. We're here now. We need a quarterback. You are the GM, sir, with your tennis shoes and your jewelry and your suits. So, GM Jack, what are we doing to get a quarterback here, bud? What are we doing? Give me your thoughts.
I mean, first things first. I think the best option, you got to look at that free agency too as well to see what we can get. Even the quarterback market is pretty bad right now. You heard what Fandemic said about some of these people won't probably be leaving their team. I mean, Malik Willis might not leave Green Bay. I mean, Jacoby Brissett might not leave Arizona. Might be difficult to even trade for Mac Jones, but if you can get him, you can get him. But you definitely need a quarterback. I think the Kirk option is going to be on the table, especially with Matt Ryan, playing late in his career too as well. This is something that Matt Ryan wants to make the decision on his new grounds of being president of football operations in Atlanta, and if they want to decide to keep Kirk, that's something they have to look into. But the Penix thing is definitely difficult. Just like Coach said, I mean, you had a guy who jumped in there 3 games in his first year, second year, got injured, couldn't really see what he was able to produce for the team and for of course himself. And third year, you're looking for a bridge quarterback because you don't know his timetable. And fourth year, it's time to pay him. You know what I'm saying, for his rookie contract, but. You can't develop people in their third year. That's the tough part. You gotta look at this in the situation where, he was a good guy coming out of college, but the injuries, played a major effect with his career. And you're a new head coach in the NFL, and one of the situations you dealt with in Cleveland was your quarterback situation. And you sometimes just gotta move on for certain things. But I know. 2027, you have a first round draft pick. If you want to use that for a quarterback, you can use that. Hopefully, you're not picking in the top 10 anyway. So 2027 is the year of the quarterback. There's a lot of quarterbacks coming out in 2027. But to even look at this year first, you got to get somebody who's going to be a decent bridge quarterback that can help you win some games. And if the timetable for Penix is week 5 and week 6, then you got to make a decision on what the record is and how your quarterback's playing. Do you want to put Penix back in the game? But, it's going to take some time to even, like somebody mentioned, like even developing him when he comes back. Like Aaron Rodgers sat behind, Favre and them, but Aaron Rodgers didn't go through 2 head coaches and 2 general managers.
Right.
No, he had Mike McCarthy over there who was in there working the wheel with him.
Right.
But even for Jordan Love sat behind Rodgers till the point and time was ready for him to come out there. But Jordan Love wasn't injured either. So now Jordan Love's in the game, and now he's making something happen. And, it's just difficult for Penix's situation due to that injury. But the future, for Atlanta, shouldn't just be weighed on, a quarterback that's in his rookie contract that's injured. There's only been 3 quarterbacks drafted by the Falcons in recent years: Matt Ryan, Desmond Ritter, and Michael Penix. And sure enough, Arthur Blank said the same thing about all 3 of them, that they'll be the future of the franchise.
Yeah.
So, an NFL owner would not come out and talk bad about his quarterback. He's always going to talk positive about the guys, and I've heard that talk before from Arthur Blank. But then again, they want to win. They want to win games, and who's to say if your bridge quarterback comes in here and goes 4-1 and 5-0 and 3-1, and do you want to put Penix back in? Do the fans want to have him back in? Because the fans are about winning. They can say whatever they want on social media, but whenever you're winning games, people are going to start talking. And you bring the guy back, and he has a rough couple games coming back, and even the whole play action thing and under center type of thing. We don't know. Like, we don't know where he is, production wise for his career as an NFL quarterback. College is totally different than the NFL. But I think the Falcons just need to just look at finding ways to win. And if they find ways to win with Jacoby Brissett, they find ways to win with Mac Jones, if they find ways to win with whoever the quarterback may be. That's why I said whoever. I don't know who it is. Whoever it is, well, they need to continue on that path of winning, because it's been 8 years in a drought. And I want to keep what's good. So if they decide, Matt Ryan decides, Arthur Blank decides that, hey, we need to go get somebody who's going to get this thing rolling, well, then let's do that. But when you get to 2027 and you're looking at that rookie contract with Penix, and I don't think you're going to give him an extra 10, 15, 20 million to study him.
You're right.
And that's the one thing in the NFL. I think NFL fans would go crazy to find out that we gave somebody an extension who played less games than Desmond Ritter at this point. You could have kept Desmond Ritter.
The one good thing about it is if he does get there and he hadn't played a lot of games, he can't expect a contract of $60 million or so. His contract would be affordable at that point because he really hadn't played anything. So
that's true. And you can also, hopefully by that time, 2027, you get to that year where you have that first round draft pick and you're not picking in the top 5 or top 10 or top 15 where quarterbacks fall into your lap between 20 and 30. That you don't need your bridge quarterback no more. But who's to say that you bring a bridge quarterback over here and you have some success, and then what? You want to let him go? Like, it's all about that success. Matt Ryan said it. Matt Ryan said, I'm here to help this franchise win games. And if you end up winning games with your bridge, you got a tough decision to make. But I'm all for whatever the Falcons want to do to win games. I've been in this slump just like Arthur Blank. He's been here. Just like all these fans, 8 years in the slump. I'm 8 years in the slump too. I'm here. I'm ready to win some games. I'm ready to make it to the playoffs. I'm ready to win the division. And I don't care who's at quarterback, but you got to get the right person to fit what is needed. Kevin Stefanski spent 3 years with Kirk Cousins, put up over 90 touchdowns and less than 30 interceptions. And that conversation will be on the table on Monday morning.
I think it will. I think you're 100% right, guys.
Me personally, I just don't see how you can have that conversation. Like, it's just too much cap. It's too much of a cap hit for an already cash strapped team that needs to sign some of your good pieces. I hear what y'all saying, but if I'm a new coach and a new GM, there is no way I'm signing on to that. Like, I would have told them that off the jump. Like, there's no way I can sign on to this. And maybe that's why, Harbaugh probably not, but who knows? Maybe that's why Harbaugh and Clint and whoever else, probably turned them down. Because and who wants to start off underwater like that? I understand a team needing a new coach means generally you are a bad team to begin with, or else you wouldn't be needing a new coach and a new GM. But to be that underwater, I can't see no new GM signing on to that.
Here's the funny thing.
I legitimately feel like they would never pay him $67 million. I think they'd rework it. Right?
Yeah, here's the funny thing too, as well, especially with things that we don't know. Obviously, I personally believe when, especially when it comes to interviewing a head coach, those are the questions you ask in the interview. And just like Coach said, maybe Harbaugh and Clint Kubiak stirred them in a different direction. Maybe
Mhm.
Kevin Stefanski told them what they wanted to hear. But if I'm a Matt Ryan and I'm sitting in that meeting, the questions I'm asking is the salary cap, the roster, and of course the quarterback. We ain't here to play Dungeons and Dragons. What are you gonna do with this team? And how you gonna get us? How you gonna make us better? How are we gonna get to the playoffs? And I'm sure Kevin Stefanski told them something they wanted to hear, but it had to involve the quarterback. Because when you
Yeah.
get down to training camp in April, and you get down to that open to the public practice in June and July, and you still looking on the sideline, and the kid with the do rag is not ready to go,
Mhm.
who is your quarterback? Because it's time to
Yeah.
get out there and play football.
Yeah.
And we can't be waiting on, oh, he ready for week 4, week 5. Man, we already started our damn system. Our formula's already running in place. They got to get things
Yeah.
going. Who's talking to the media when it comes up to preseason week 1? Is Kevin Stefanski going to play the starters? Raheem and Arthur Smith didn't want to play the starters. Who is going to be in that role and in that situation? Then who's to say if the quarterback gets injured? If our bridge quarterback gets injured, what's going to happen?
Don't
So
even say that. Don't
I'm
even
just
put
you got to
that out
talking
there.
football. You just got to talk football, man, because we
Yeah.
didn't want that. We didn't want that for Penix. Sure enough, it happened for him. So you got to just build up a nice, solid roster to know, hey, this is what I need to get the team rolling. But I guarantee you, when voluntary workouts start at the end of March and that OTA start in April, oh, there's going to be a quarterback in that building, and he's going to
Yeah.
be ready to lead this team in whatever direction Kevin Stefanski wants to lead that team. But those interview questions that were asked to bring Kevin in, they definitely had to ask about that quarterback situation.
Yeah.
That's probably the first question I'm going to ask my
Mhm.
head coach because I don't have a quarterback. Andy Reid has Pat Mahomes. Even Zach Taylor has Joe Burrow. Even Philadelphia has Jalen Hurts. We can keep going around the wheel. Jacksonville has Trevor Lawrence. Buffalo has Josh Allen. We don't have a quarterback, and
Hey,
that's
Yeah.
if
one of
they
the major
got
questions.
injured, if Josh Allen got injured and Mahomes got injured, or any of them quarterbacks got injured, would the coach say they don't have a quarterback, or would they say they need to find somebody until they get back?
And until that happens, those coaches have a quarterback, and
But
they're
why do
Yeah.
we
banking on
not have a quarterback with Penix, but they got a quarterback, but if theirs is injured?
because our quarterback is sitting on the sideline. We
But
can't
theirs
say that
would be too if it was injured.
Yeah, but they're proven.
they've already they're the Penix is going into his 3rd year with maybe what 7 games under his belt,
And
8
when
games
Vic
under his
broke
belt.
his leg and we waited for Vic to come back, was he proven then?
These are 2 different eras. Eric, I can't even mention about Michael Vick. I know
And,
Michael
and what
Penix.
year was that? And what
I know
year his
Michael
career
Penix.
was that?
What
I'm not
franchise
going.
was it?
I'm not down on Michael Penix. I'm just saying in 8 years he's been injured 5 of them.
That was
Yeah.
And
Michael.
Yeah.
I know Kevin Stefanski is looking at the how to build this team and this roster to go win games. And you until we get a timetable, and this is the funny thing, I can't fast forward to April and May because then we could find out a really good timetable about Penix. We don't know.
Yeah.
He can come back preseason week 1. They could. There's so much advanced technology that can make him move the needle a little bit faster, and I'll be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
Matt
just
Ryan.
don't understand the terminology. We don't have a quarterback. The owner even came out and said that he's still the franchise quarterback. Why do we not
Well,
have a quarterback?
it,
Well, I
well, he
think
got
because
to. He has to say. If I may
He
speak
has
on this one, he has to say that, right? Because there's no, unless he has something planned, there won't be another quarterback in camp once camp started. And not only we keep talking about Michael Penix's injury, we're going to have to consider where this man is at mentally coming in too. He can be very well physically able, right? But is he going to be mentally able to keep being developed, right? So it's a difference between coming in physically ready and mentally ready. Yeah, he's doing the dancing videos with his family, he's doing the tweets and all, but that can be a cover up in itself, right? But I'm more concerned about him mentally than physically. I already know physically it's going to be suspect anyway. He could be very well
I'm
walk
not
in day
talking
one.
about what nobody's speculation is. I'm talking about
Mhm.
right now we have a quarterback on the roster, but we keep saying we don't have a quarterback. But if it was somebody else that was injured, we would still have a quarterback.
Kirk Cousins is that
This don't
quarterback.
make sense to me. Is how it's viewed as we don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is that quarterback. I mean, otherwise, he's going to be that. With him and Stefanski having their relationship, yeah, that's going to be day one quarterback, Kirk Cousins. If that falls apart, then maybe he can call on Penix. But right now, Kirk Cousins is that guy. That the way they restructured this contract, that's telling us Kirk Cousins is day one quarterback. Because Penix won't be back.
No, it's not. The way that they restructured his contract is telling me they're finna cut him before the season starts.
So we
That
can
just
go
makes
off
it.
of
And the
let's go
fact
off
that
of
he
cutting him.
agreed to that contract is saying that
Yeah.
he don't want to be here no
He
more.
don't want to be
So let's
here.
go off of
Well,
cutting him
that
March 13th. Even if we cut him March 13th, there's still
No,
going
it's
to
gonna
be
be
another
June.
push.
It's gonna be a June. It's gonna be post June. That's where you
Yeah.
save money. They're
So
gonna
we
cut
cut him.
him June
It's
2nd.
no.
Okay, perfect.
No,
It is
you
going to be
save the
post
money
June.
by cutting him before the season starts.
Hang on.
He
It
has
is
to
going to
be
be
cut
post
before
June, but
March.
they're going to do it March 13th because if they do it after March 13th, that $67 million is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
Even though it's
Exactly.
designated a post June
Regardless.
cut, they
Yeah.
have to do
Not.
it by March 13th.
They have to.
But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing we got to remember. That money, that 32 million or 35 million, whatever it is, that makes it 67 million. It's already Kirk's. All it did is it just got pushed back. They're prepared to pay this man that 67 million if he's still here. He's already signed for that. In other words, he's just not getting it. With the 32 million he's supposed to get this year, it just pushed it back. Right?
Yeah.
They just making it just made this much easier to move on from Kirk. But Kirk is definitely going to be here.
Well, no,
But
no,
that
no,
30,
no.
that 67 million, that is not something that's astronomical. That money is already there. It's guaranteed money, whether they get paid this year or next year.
Cowboy,
It's not guaranteed until after that
I
date.
gotta correct you, and I don't mean to correct you because I love you.
Come on,
Cowboy,
I can be corrected. I can be corrected.
I shouldn't say that, but I just gotta bring it to your attention. The guaranteed portion was $100 million, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we restructured him because we could cut him, and if we cut him this year, it'd be
Mhm.
35 whatever million dollars against the cap. So he did us a favor this year to give us money, but that money wasn't guaranteed. The only part of that contract was the $100 million that was guaranteed. Now we still would have to pay a certain, it'd be a hit against the cap, but
Right.
it wasn't guaranteed. It is now, however. If we wait until March 13th, it is then guaranteed, which is why to whoever brought it up's point, we got to do it March 13th. And maybe we cut him and re-sign him. That's always an option. But go ahead.
Let's ask the question here. We cut Kirk March 13th.
Uh-huh.
Now who is the quarterback on the team?
I don't know.
That's why I say he'll be here.
I don't.
Because even if we cut Kirk Cousins March 13th, who is the starting quarterback week 1?
It will be Penix.
Yeah, he's going to make $25 million next year.
Quarterback
he's
is
going to make
Penix, but if he's injured, we don't know.
He's still a franchise quarterback. I'm talking about the terminology that we don't have a quarterback like he's never coming back, like he's not there, like we just ruled him out.
No, so I think the terminology is a little bit off because people are saying it that way, and I apologize if I said it like that. We do have a quarterback. As of going into March 13th, even if you cut Kirk, if you don't cut Kirk, then Kirk will probably start the season. If you do cut Kirk, even with Penix, who is the quarterback going into camp?
Exactly. I get that. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if the terminology that I said was wrong of not having a quarterback. Yes, we have Michael Penix, and I'm all Team Penix. I'm all for the Falcons.
But see, my problem with that terminology is that you're making it seem like the coach shouldn't want to be here because of that terminology. When there is actually a quarterback sitting there, and the quarterback actually fixed his scheme, so it does make sense that he wants to work with that quarterback. But we're acting like that quarterback's not there because of the injury.
As of right now,
that's what the terminology sounds like.
Hey,
personally, as of right now, as a fan, I'm not in the front office. I can't even speak on Matt Ryan. They're behind the scenes. Even speaking of Matt Ryan, Arthur Blank, Beatles, and all these people, they probably have way more knowledge of what Penix is going through than what we're doing. So I don't even want to just speculate what can randomly happen. From what I'm seeing right now, week 1, we don't
We
have
need it. Regardless, even if he's ready week 1, we still need another quarterback.
right. And that's where the bridge quarterbacks start to come in to find out who could be acceptable for Kevin Stefanski until our franchise quarterback comes back. Now, if Michael Penix is ready July 28th, hey, we're good. Let's run it. But I
you
know
still gonna
I
need
know work
another
starts.
quarterback though.
We still need another quarterback because Kirk Cousins is gonna be gone, and nobody's running with no Easton stick.
Exactly. So yeah, you still need another quarterback.
Respectfully, but that's why I'm just looking at it as a fan. I'm not the athletics director. I'm not the trainer. I'm not the injury specialist. I'm not Doctor Andrews that's in New York. They probably have a better timetable for the young man, and I hope he gets back to 100%. Hope he's not rushed back out there. The development stage is another thing to talk about. I'm just looking at after Kirk, before Kirk, if Kirk's still there, who is going to be the next quarterback until we know for sure 100%. But when camp starts in April, they're going to have to find a quarterback in that building. And March is after April. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, March is before April. So March 13th, Kirk is gone. Somebody has to be in that building because when they head out to that practice field, somebody it ain't Stefanski throwing passes to Drake London. Somebody got to be out there doing that. And that's
Yeah,
where we're calling these names to find out who could possibly be a Malik Willis, a Jacoby Brissett, even Terry's favorite player in the NFL, Jameis Winston. It's possible that he can even lead the role. We don't know.
Do we still got Felipe?
Oh,
Oh, kill me, bro.
stop it!
You
Stop
better off
talking
bringing
about
back.
my
You better
favorite
off.
special
You
oh,
team
better off bringing
player
back
right now,
Mohamed Sanu
Eric.
to play quarterback at this
hey
point.
man, Nick Madge wasn't too far from removed from playing quarterback.
Put Matt
Right.
in.
Right. When Matt said in the meeting he
Nah,
wasn't
Matt
playing
already
quarterback no
said.
more, I almost shed a tear because I was like, Matt, you'd be great for this role. You'd be
Hey,
great right now. All we need is just a couple first downs and just get the ball to Bijan. That's all we need. I'm
So,
sure
guys,
Matt can do
Yuri
it.
says Malik Willis, Jameis, Mac Jones, or yeah, whatever.
But you know what's the
Jameis,
funny thing? As we name
Jameis
these
can get the
names,
finger.
and
Jameis can
as we
get the
name
finger
these
quick.
names, it's just
Uh-huh.
like Clint. It's just like Clint Kubiak. We're not the only team going after these quarterbacks.
That's true, and
Yeah,
that's
Because
true.
there
yeah.
are teams that are linked, not even linked. There are buddy systems where Mac Jones might say, you know what?
Buddy.
I would do perfect going back to New York. Or I would do
Yeah.
perfect now going to be with Aaron Glenn. Or perfect going to the Dolphins. The Dolphins need a quarterback. The
Mhm.
Steelers need a quarterback. The Jets need a quarterback. The Browns need a quarterback. The
Yeah.
Is
Falcons need a
Tua injured?
quarterback.
Is Tua injured for
That's
next
why
year?
Kirk
Tua is
Cousins.
$90 million injured. That I know that. He's $90 million injured.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
They
consider him.
they owe no, I wouldn't consider him either,
All
but
right.
they owe him like 99 million, correct? They owe him more than we owe Kirk.
And
You
here's
know
the funny
what,
thing: Tua gonna be on
guys?
the team. Tua gonna be on the team by April 2. That's how
Um,
the NFL is
Yeah.
working. He gonna be on the team by April 2.
no, I
Look at
get
the
it.
look at the free agency list, man. It's horrible. Mitchell
It is.
Trubisky,
It is.
Tyrod Taylor, Russell Wilson, who just talked about he played with an ACL injury in New York.
Yeah.
And this is a rough time. The fucking Colts brought back Philip Rivers, for
Yeah.
God's sakes. It is horrible. We don't.
Guys,
It
I
is
think that was his
tough.
favorite.
what do we think about Kyler Murray? And then Larry, we're going
Kyler
to you. I
Murray
know
is
you.
$100 million guy himself who's battling injury himself. I
Okay.
Yeah.
can't look to
Hey,
Kyler Murray.
Mark,
And you don't
Yeah.
and you don't want Kyler Murray because he ain't no backup. He ain't no backup.
Yeah, Mark put it out there. Larry, you've been waiting patiently. What say you, sir?
Oh no, I was about to head out.
Oh,
But
okay.
with Kyler Murray, no, unless I want him to beat Jack in Madden. That's
I'll
about
smoke Kyler Murray and
Oh,
Madden.
wow.
Tell him pull up.
Wow.
that's why I would want him on this team. He costs too much, and he wants more of a career. Him and Ben Simmons want a career in video games more than the rest of
I
Oh,
tell you
wow.
this. I tell you, Kyler Murray wouldn't be good in Madden because he don't even look at the playbook. So it doesn't even matter. He gonna get beat
Oh,
anyway.
shots fired.
Damn.
Hey,
Well,
but yeah, I'm up out of here, man. Getting a little tired.
hey, tell them where they can find you, Larry.
You can find us bumping our gums on the Dixon Way on YouTube, TikTok. Twitch or Rumble. Well, not Rumble anymore, but X. We do live commentary. So if you guys want to hear some biased Atlanta commentary for your favorite teams, then turn down your TV, turn up the Dixon Way. Let's have fun with everybody in the chat,
Larry, as always, sir, I appreciate you joining us. I love your content. For those of you who don't know, Larry does Braves, Falcons, Hawks, Bulldogs, even some. Your lovely wife is a Florida fan, right? Isn't she?
Yes.
Is she a fan? So I'm sure that's an interesting week when we play the Gators. Go Dogs! But yeah, Larry does a great job of calling play-by-play on all of them. So check him out. Please like, share, and subscribe to his channel. If you've not heard it, you're just letting some of the best in this business go by. Larry, thank you, brother.
For sure.
Good night, fellas.
Good night. And on
all right, Larry, catch up.
Hey, my lovely wife is giving me the let's go.
So time to take your medicine, T. Will.
Yeah, yeah. I got it. We've been on here for 3 hours. I'm almost trying to compete with Jack Spade the other day. Jack and Carrie did a 5-hour show. Holy cheese!
Wow. It wasn't supposed to be 5 hours. We told ourselves 45 minutes, but it turned into 5 hours.
It turned into 5 hours. So I tell you what, we'll go Coach, then my brother Eric, then Cowboy, then of course Mr. Jack Spade. Coach, tell these folks where they can find you. Welcome to the channel. And like I say, Coach, anytime you want to come back, man, you are now welcome to be a guest on my show anytime you like. But Coach, tell these folks where they can find you.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, man, I want to say thank you for allowing me on your show and what's up to everybody. I know pandemic. I'm meeting the other two guys, so it was nice to meet you two guys for the first time. Man, we're just starting out. We got 15 episodes in, man. As I said, I go by Coach, and our show is the Coach's Corner on YouTube, also on Facebook, X, TikTok, and we're just a lot focused on defense, but we talk all things Falcons. And that's every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. So come check us out, man. Thank you to all those who already do, but help us grow a little bit. It's been a pleasure and it's been extremely fun talking Falcons football this past season, and I expect we're about to have a whole lot to talk about coming soon. So I hope to see all you guys there. And again, thank you for having me.
Oh, hey, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you. Guys in the chat, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, if you can go to Coach's Corner on YouTube and, like, share, and subscribe to his show and check out his content. And again, Coach, thank you very much for joining us, sir. We appreciate that. Next, we have the irrefutable, the irreplaceable, the unstoppable Mr. Eric Parker, my brother, 6'2", 6'3". I feel like he cheated me out of some of my height, even though, well, I was born before him, so I can't really say that. Oh, well, I guess it's Dad's fault. But anyway, Eric, you can find him.
5'11" and 5'11" with cleats.
Crazy.
Life is not fair. Life is not fair. Eric got the height and he's got a cool beard. I wish I could grow my beard like that. When I grow it out, I look homeless. People stop and give me money. Anyway, you can find my brother at Section 101 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium because he really doesn't want to tell you anything else. And so that's how he gets down, Brother Eric.
No, that's just what Terry wants to say because he keeps on thinking for me whenever I'm finna say something. But you can find me on the Terry Eric show at 1 p.m. on Monday night.
Jesus Christ. I gotta get used
to
on
my ATL, whatever it is that night.
Thank you. Yeah, so that thank you for reminding me. So I feel so bad. This is a senior moment. So myself, Carrie, and Eric, my brother, now have a show that comes on Monday nights. And come check us out, man. We talk everything Falcons and football, and we get into it, and we argue and laugh and joke, and it's a fun time. As a matter of fact, so Eric, I will see you what's it? Today's Sunday. It's 1:20 a.m. So I'll see you tomorrow night, and we'll get into all of this stuff, and hopefully the Falcons will have their GM by then. But Eric, thank you for joining us, sir. And I will not forget that again. I do apologize. Falcon Pandemic, brother.
Yes, sir.
As always, thank you for joining us. If you guys have not checked out his channel, he is Atlanta Falcon Pandemic on YouTube, does great content, puts together videos that are beautiful, like God himself just put them together. Man is very skilled when it comes to content creation. So
yeah, okay. If you want to, I appreciate the compliment.
Give me your props, bro. I'm giving you props. You know what I mean?
I appreciate the compliment.
I'm jealous. I'd be looking at like, how the hell did he do that? Like,
I stopped playing. But man, look, huge shout out, man. Huge shout out to my ATL Sports One for having me on the show, guys. I mean, it was an absolute blast chopping it up with you, Jack. One time for the fan, Eric, coach over at the Coach's Corner, guys. Very insightful. Always willing to learn from you guys. Still learning. Conversations is always beneficial. So love what you guys are doing for the sports community, not just the sports community, but specifically the Falcons. You know, it's always good to talk Falcon football. We could do this for hours, right? And that's what it's all about. But thanks for sharing your platform with me, guys. And please be sure to jump on YouTube. Next week it'll be Spotify, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me at ATL Sport. I'm reading your login thing, man. Yeah, and ATL_Fandemic on Instagram. I got that page back up and running. So yeah, reach out, man. Follow me on YouTube. And to my supporters, man, look, I can't do it without you. You're the reason why I do it. You know, I love talking Falcon football. I talk to a brick wall if it sat still long enough. But yeah, appreciate the supporters too. You guys are the reason why I do it, man. And just keep me going. You're the reason why I do it. But appreciate you guys, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, Fandemic, and you got an open invitation. Anytime you want to come back, brother, we love having you. And last but not least, the unstoppable, the charismatic, the very loquacious Mr. Jack Spade is in the house. Sir, Jack Spade, tell us where they can find you, sir.
Yeah, man, this has been a great opportunity to talk Falcons late night with an incredible panel. You know, I think even with, everything that was being said today, at the end of the day, everybody on this panel wants to win. Everybody in this panel wants to get back to the playoffs and win the division and get to the Super Bowl and finally have that parade going down Peachtree. So I definitely appreciate you, T. Will, for putting this show together and, inviting some magnificent guests to talk Falcons football with us. I myself, Jack Spade, you can catch me with T. Will, Carey. Big shout out to Bodie 3000. One time for the fans, Sunday nights at 8. Wednesday nights at 8. Friday mornings, breakfast with One Time for the Fan at 9:30 a.m. or so. A lot of pop-up podcasts in between. Amazon podcast, Spotify podcast, Apple podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Pretty much anywhere you can find One Time for the Fan, we are there. We definitely appreciate all the support, just like all these other podcasters and content creators. I know they appreciate the support too of every Falcon fan that tunes in and watches and listens and comments and tells their Falcons friends and family about it. So I'm ready for this new era of the Atlanta Falcons, and let's go get some wins. There's going to be a lot of information being coming out in the next couple of days and weeks and months, and it's a long off season. So as long as we keep these podcasts going, I'm sure fans would be interested in listening to what we have to say. T. Will, everybody, thank y'all so much for just having such high hopes of these Atlanta Falcons. I think 2 hours and a half we was on here tonight, and y'all have been amazing. Every single person on this podcast tonight. So thank y'all.
Definitely. And before we go, I got to thank these two gentlemen, Mr. Eric Parker and Mr. Jack Spade, because they gave me my start in this business. And I know I thank them all the time, but I will never, that never gets old. I never forget what you guys did for me. And I will love you guys forever. And thank you so much. Guys, you can check me out at formyatlcontact@gmail.com. If I'm doing something right, let me know. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know. If you just want to say hi, let me know. You can also catch me at YouTube at ForMyATLSports1 if you like sports. If you like movies and TV shows, come holler at your boy and check me out at ForMyATLMovies1. On Facebook, I'm Gideon T. Will as well as T. Will Podcaster. On X, I'm at ForMyATLSports, and on Instagram, I am ForMyATLSports1 and Movies. Guys, this has been a tremendous show. We've been together for 3 hours. We will come at you again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. from One Time for the Fan, which is Brother Jack's show.
No 5 hours this time. No 5 hours.
It won't be 5 hours this time, we promise. But we'll probably have more information. Hopefully we'll be able to get more into the contract, the details, yada, yada, yada. And we will see you then. So to everybody who joined us, thank you so much. I want to thank God for giving me this opportunity, as I do every day, because I wouldn't be here without him. Definitely wouldn't be out here without Eric and Jack Spade. You guys have an amazing day, and go Falcons, everybody. Have a great day. Goodbye.
ATL. Through the highs and the heartbreaks, we still stand. Dirty birds forever. Let's get it. Year after year, we've been riding through the storm. Red and black in my veins, that loyalty was swung. We don't fold, we don't run, even when the pain hits. Cause every loss just reminds us what greatness is. We show up cold nights or the Georgia sun. Cause every Sunday we believe that our time gon' come. We ain't perfect, but we faithful and we never switch. We the city of the A, yeah, we built for this. We don't need pretty words, just hard on the field we deserve. Put the work in, earn that glory. Bring our city back to the story. We'll ride till the wheels fall off. We ain't never gonna break. Win or lose, we stand tall. 48, you can doubt us, talk loud, but we still hold steady. Cause we here and we faithful and we always ready. It's the dirty, prove the dirty. If you bout it, then prove the dirty. We'll believe when you're fighting for the city.